Hello guys, please give me a like and subscribe. In this video, I'm going to make an auto trading robot expert advisor using moving average. So the robot will be able to give us an alert if the candlestick is above the moving average or if the candlestick is below moving average. Okay. The first thing first that we're going to do is to add the indicator that we're going to use, and our indicator is moving average. Okay. So the period is 10, the method is simple, the shift is 0, and then I'm going to make, as you can see, after pressing OK, this line is so small, so I'm going to make this line to be so thick that you can see it wherever you are, so that you can follow along very properly. Okay, so now as you can see, our line is bold enough, so let's go back, let's get in it. Okay, so please give me a like, give me a like, give me a like. So what we are going to do first thing first, as you can see, I already have my notes here. These are the codes that I'm going to use to avoid struggling and wasting your time. You can also write these codes down. What this code is, the code to get the ask price. You know what's the ask, and then the bid. If you want to get the bid, you can just, in fact, here it was supposed to be ask. Okay, so if you want to get the bid, you can use the same thing and say bid and all those that you can just remove the ask, replace it with the bid. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add moving average so that you can see how I add it. I'm going to declare the indicator. What I'm using is on init, which means every time when this expert advisor is activated on the chart, it will give us the information that we need. It will run our codes, our program. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to introduce the moving average. So I'm going to name it moving average H, moving H, which means this H stands for a handle. So I'm going to call our moving average IMA, and then it will give me everything that I need. As you can see, the first thing is null, the second question period, another question it's okay, it's period. Then here is where you must use your chart. Okay, it says MA period. On MA period, you go to your charts and then go to property so that we don't make mistake. Our period is 10. Let's come here and then we write 10, we put comma, and then it says it wants shift. We go to our indicator, our shift is 0. We put 0 the same way to make sure that everything that we write here and there is the same. So here it will ask for method, even though here it's mode, but you must know that it's a method. You can see it's MA, EMA, and SMA. Okay. If you go to a chart, you will realize that it says method. Okay, it's simple, exponential, smooth. So we're going to use simple. If you are going to use simple here, you are going to choose SMA here. You understand? If you are going to use exponential, you are going to choose EMA. So now, since we did this, it says applied price. Which applied price we've used here is closed, not any. So we've used closed. Okay, so we are going to apply the same thing. So to use the price, we are going to say price closed. Then we are done with our moving average handle. As you can see the comment. Now we are going to do the array of the moving average, a place to copy all the information. So I'll just say moving ARR array. Okay, so that I know. So you put on this brackets. Okay, you can square brackets. Yeah, square brackets. You put this square bracket to show that inside these square brackets you are going to receive the information. It's called array. You understand? So that's why I've named it array. So now you are going to copy buffer. So what do you do? In fact, we are not done here. We must say array set as series or set as series. It's here, array set as series, and then you put the array that you want to copy the information to. Ours is moving array, and then you say true. You're going to put true here to allow it. So we activated that this thing will be receiving information from the market. Okay, so copy buffer. In fact, don't even worry about those kind of things as long as your robot works. Okay, so now we're going to copy buffer, which means we are going to arrange the information that we get from the market. Okay, so first thing first, they are going to ask us for a handle. A handle is moving average H stands for handle, and then now they are going to say buffer number. Our buffer number is 0 because our indicator only has one line. Okay, so if your indicator got 2 lines, of course you are going to have the issue with the buffer where the first indicator will be, the first line may be 0 and then the second one will be 1, which means you're going to make 2 copy buffers. If you have watched my video about stochastics, I've explained that very well. So where are we going to start? We're going to start from 0, from the 0 candlestick, and then we're going to count until we're 4 candlesticks. We're going to count for 4 candlesticks. And then the last thing, where are we putting this information in? We're going to put it inside moving average array. Okay, this is where we're going to put our information. We're going to take information from the handle, and then we're going to take only one line, which is the moving average, one line, and then we're going to copy from 0 candlestick to 4 candlestick. Why are you putting this information? We're going to put it inside this square brackets. Okay, done. So we are done introducing our moving average. Now what we are going to do now, what we need to do, we are going to introduce the if statement. Okay, or first thing first, let me introduce this ask. Remember, is that line there. So instead, let me introduce ask. So we are going to have 2 options here. You will decide which one do you want to play with. Just copy these codes, write them the way they are. No need to stress yourself. The only thing is, as long as you have the comment about them, okay, so that you will be able to use them even in the future. So what you are going to do, ask. Remember, when we talk about the ask, we are talking about this line here, the current price. Okay, this is not the candlestick, and we want this expert advisor to give us information about where are the candlestick at, above moving average or below. Okay, so even if you use this line, it will say it's above, which is correct, but you can also use indicator close. Okay, where did that indicator close? Okay, so you have 2 options here to see if the candlestick are above the moving average or not. If you can even use the candlestick close and all those things, not the indicator. Yeah, so let me put the if statement. You can see now we compiled, our robot is doing nothing, but now we want the information. We want this robot to tell us. So we're going to say if. When you do if, do this first, do this and say if. Remember, if you want the information, we must access our array. These brackets are the ones with the information. Okay, so we're going to say moving average array. We open the square bracket and then say from indicator 1. You must put something there. If you want information on this, you're going to say 0, 1, 2, 3. If you want information from this, you're going to say 1. Okay, so I want information from this. So I said if moving average is below, okay, it's below. This is where you can say it's below ask, which is that line, or you can say candle. You can, this is the candlestick. In fact, it must be 0 here. This is a close, as it says I close. If you can highlight and press F1, it will tell you that I close count to say returns the close price of the bar indicated by shift parameter on the corresponding chart. Shift is this one. So for example, here on the close, if you say 0, you're actually saying you want the close of this current candlestick, which is not closed yet. Okay, which is tricky. So you can just 1, which means is the previous candlestick which already closed. Okay, or you can use I open of the current candle. In fact, actually, yeah, it's fine. Close is fine of the previous candlestick. That's fine. Or you can use ask. Ask, remember, is this line. Okay, so I'm using ask and I'm saying if moving average, if the current candlestick it's below ask, please alert say my A seems to okay. It's okay. And then if you are going to use words inside this, you must put the quotes. Okay, so I'm going to say moving average is above candlestick. In fact, is below candlestick. Is below candlesticks. Okay, else obvious. If not, if that's not the true obvious, it will be equal, or but most likely it's going to be above. Okay, because we're going to test on different charts, we're going to use above here. So expert advisor is finished, and it's going to give us information as soon as you drop it on the chart. So let's see here. The candlestick, it's above, actually the line is above the moving average. Let's hear what our expert advisor says. Moving average is below. As you can see, this line is below the candlestick. So now let's change the time frame. Moving average is below candlestick. Even if, you see now what's happening is because if we zoom in very carefully, you'll realize that the moving average is in the middle. But for effect, since we are using this ask, this line, remember I told you that we are using ask, which is that line here, or we can change here and say I open, which we can now use this open price here. If it opened below, it's going to say whatever. Okay, but since we are using this line, and here we have said if moving average is below the line, okay, say moving average is below the line, or else say it's above. And then according to the chart, the line is above the moving average. So let's check another time frame. Moving average is below candlesticks. You can see here. Okay, so M30. We want the different type of thing. You can see here, moving average is below. I want where the moving average is above. It's below even here. You can see yourself. Yes, moving average is above candlestick as soon as this line is above. Okay, so in this way you can use this line, which is the ask or bid, or then use when, the open, and the price, those things. Okay, the notes are here. Okay, now let's use the open. I'll just type candle here so that I can show you that dilemma where we had it was on the middle. Okay, in fact here I'm going to say I open so that we know. Okay, as you can see, say moving average is below candlesticks. Oh damn, what happened? Okay, if moving average is below candle whatever, okay, okay, in fact let's just stick to the one with the ask price so far. Okay, let's forget about these ones. Okay, we can actually come and try to, in fact I'm giving you homework, do this and then try to solve why. Okay, as you can see now, it's a moving average is below candlestick, which is here. You can see it's below, but then I want that one where it's in the middle. Moving average is below, still below. You know why it says below? Is because I've used open, but it's tricky because it's very close to the open. I want that, yeah, you can see this one in the middle. Okay, this one in the middle, and then it says moving average is below candlestick. Okay, though I've used open, remember I'm using the on init, not the on tick, so the information can be misleading. As I've said, even here you cannot use the current candlestick if you understand, if it's not complete. Okay, as you can see, it's whatever, but the best possible thing, I'm giving you homework to use this one and try to check what happens. But the simplest way as we are doing this video is for the ask price, which is mostly likely, you understand. So yeah, thank you. Give me a subscribe and then give me a like, sharp. We'll see you in the next video. I'm going to make a video about the crossing thing. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and then hit the notification.